So the reflector, as is often the case on these cars on my 140, is quite dark on one particular side. There's obviously moisture getting in there. Now, as is often the case with these, a bit of a design flaw, they will typically get the crack on the upper or lower margins of the lock because it's quite thin plastic, although I'm still surprised it flexes. And what happens is moisture can get behind there and cause rust in these areas. But in addition, you can see all the debris on that side. And my understanding is you cannot separate them. For example, you can see the right side of the car is nice and clear or appropriate to try and clean that out. Reflector off, it's a pretty easy task. There's just six, I think it's 6 or 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to lift them up. And then we've got an additional 1 and 2 on each side. We're going to flip and take that out. And you can see here. And then we're going to take out the additional piece. And we're going to repeat that. So that's now, trim piece is now ready to come off, which is pretty easy. There's no additional clips on that. And there's our part number for that piece. Interestingly, a couple of little tabs to take off there. I'm not sure what options they might have been for. As I said, this one's been made for a jeweler's lock, the additional optional lock. So excuse the disassemble vehicle, but there's 4 8mm nuts you need to remove. 1 through the hole, 2. This one's a bit awkward. Anyway, you'll find that when you get there, and then there's the 3rd easy one. So only this. So there's our 4 8mm, and this trim piece will just, you can see, well, I won't be using that again. I should have done that with 2 hands, but let's go have a look at this piece. So you can see here, the top one is my used replacement. Both sides looking all right on the right side, but the left side, this is just rubbish. You can't clean that out. It's obviously completely knackered now. This part number, long since worn off on my original. I will hunt this down and get that for you. But you can see it's got a rubber seal behind it. I don't know if the aftermarkets get provided with that. Now, of note also, when you look at the aftermarket ones online, you'll often see this window is not evident on the in the advert. What I noticed was when I bought this off this used car, this was in there. There must just be for non-infrared cars. I thought they all had the infrared remote, but that just simply pops out of there. That piece there is stuck in there. You just take it out, and that will give access for the red and green light on your car. As I said, this does have an existing crack in the... So I've just taken those ones out, and just note they're 12mm. They're 12s. That doesn't seem to free that up so you can clean the reflector, but I'm going to have a look. Now, by placing a small screwdriver between the corner end and the grey plastic, it does seem to be moving, so I'm going to keep doing that. So let's see. I start to get some momentum. Well, maybe it can come out. And we're going to glue that back in subsequently though. So I have managed to separate that. That looks fantastic, that side of things, but admittedly, I don't know if that's going back together. Well, actually, when I push it back together, right near the lock area, you can see that was supposed to fit in there. And is there another one up at the edge? I cannot see. Now, what holds it on at the top end? It's the tidy side, and then we come over to my rubbish side. You can see all the crap's accumulated in there. I don't know that stuff have come off. Let's have a look. Now, just with a toothbrush, I just gave a bit of scrubbing of that area there. I'll be cautious about saying that's good. You can see on the right side of the screen compared to the left. And then after, there's the good side. After toothbrushing dry, I mean, it's better. But for all that effort, I don't think I've been bothered putting it on the car. I think I'm looking for a used one, or I might give the aftermarket a go. So this is the replacement part. It's on.